Welcome. This is tutorial number 1 of 3 on how to code a Blu-ray into an MKV file keeping the subtitles. In this tutorial I'm going to be using a program called Make MKV. You can download it from this link right here. Now Make MKV is shareware and can be used for up to 30 days, at which point you'll have to go back to the website, download it again, reinstall it, and you'll get another 30 days. Or if you'd like, you can purchase it for around $50, which will get rid of all of those limitations. Now I do have a disclaimer about Make MKV, and that is that it uses built-in decryption tools that circumvent digital rights management technology. Such procedures currently occupy something of a legal gray area when used on encrypted Blu-ray discs, including ones that you legally own, which basically means we could use Make MKV to make MKVs out of our store-bought Blu-rays, but because of the legalities of that, I'm going to be using a Blu-ray that I made from a home movie that is unencrypted. So I'm going to go ahead and open up Make MKV. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to my preferences and I'm going to change some things. Now I've already changed mine, so you can change yours and then just follow along after that. Now I've changed my video output directory to custom, and I'm using my desktop. And under the options here for the title length, I've switched it from 120 to 600. The reason that I bumped it up to 600 is that it gets rid of all of the little erroneous movie files that are going to be on the disc when you do the search. So this will basically get rid of those and make it a lot less complicated in the end. Once you finish all that, click Apply. Under I/O, we're going to leave all that. Under Language, I've changed both of mine to English. Then click Apply. You're going to get a pop-up that's going to say that the changes will take effect the next time you restart the program. Go ahead and click OK. Then under Protection, we're going to leave the same, Streaming's the same, and General is going to be the same. Now notice that my Make MKV data directory is on my C drive, and so is my custom directory for my output. Now normally I wouldn't do this if you're running a regular hard drive. I would choose different directories, but since I'm running on an SSD, it's not that big of a difference for the writing capabilities. So I've chosen to have the same drive for both. Now the other thing is you need to make sure that you have at least, at a minimum, 50 gigabytes per destination. So if you're using an SSD like me and you keep them on the same drive, then you need at least 100 gigabytes of free space to start doing these processes. That way you make sure that you have enough space and you don't error out in the middle of one of the processes. Okay, once you're done with all that, click Apply, then OK. Now you can tell right here under our Blu-ray drive we have a Blu-ray and the label is Home Movie, and there is no encryption on this disc. If there was, it would show up right here and tell you. I'm going to go ahead and just click the button that's going to read the disc. You're going to get a little pop-up. It says that it's shareware and you can evaluate it for 30 days. Click Yes. Like I said, this is a very good program, and for $50 it's worth buying. I'm using the shareware version right now so that I can show you some of the pop-ups that occur when using it as freeware. Now it's done reading my Blu-ray disc, and you can see here there is one movie on there and it's 15.3 gigabytes in size. I'm going to click the little down arrow, and you're going to see that there's a bunch of other audio streams and subtitles. Now basically what I've done is I've taken my home movie and I've added audio streams to it and subtitles from other movies into it just so I can show you this tutorial. So now if you go back up here into the audio streams, you can see we have 3 audio streams right here, and one of them is under our HD lossless. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the HD lossless and I'm going to get rid of all of these other ones. Why? Because if you have the HD lossless, which is the best audio stream in the entire DVD, you don't really need any of the other ones unless you're doing another language, because all you're really doing is making your finished file larger than what it really needs to be, because you have extra audio streams in there that you're never going to use. You're never going to use an inferior audio stream when you have the HD lossless. So I just checked that one. Go down to Subtitles. We have our English and English Forced checked, but none of the other ones are checked. Now if you wanted French or Spanish, you could click them and they would also be added, but we're going to leave ours unchecked. So now I'm going to go back up here and make sure we have everything we need. We have our main movie, our HD audio, and we have our subtitles and our subtitles that are forced, and everything else is unchecked. And again, our output folder that we made is under Desktop, which we chose in our preferences, and I'm going to go ahead and click the button here for Make MKV, and it's going to start ripping it from my homemade Blu-ray disc. And what's going to happen is it's going to end up saving this to my desktop as one file. It's going to show you the times here in just a minute. Now the time that's on the bottom is basically the time that has occurred since the first opening of the program. When you first open Make MKV, so when I first opened the program, it's been open for 2 minutes, but it's only been ripping this MKV from the DVD or from the Blu-ray for 28 seconds. And it's telling you right here it's going to take another 27 minutes for it to rip from my Blu-ray disc that I have in my drive, because it's a rewritable and it's a slower disc. So I will come back on as soon as I get to the point where it's near the end. So we're coming up on the last seconds here. And copy complete. And we're going to close this out. And here is our finished MKV. Now this file contains our video, audio, and subtitle streams, and you can see right here it's 12.4 gigs in file size. Now the best thing that I found to play MKV files on my computer is Media Player Classic. You can download it from here. And if you're not worried about the size of the file, you can just go ahead and rename it and file it wherever you want, and you're done. But if you want to make it a smaller MKV file, then you need to watch tutorials 2 and 3. Those are going to show you how to recode it and then add your subtitles back in. Now when you recode it, you're going to change this 12.4 gig file into roughly about a 4.1 gig file. So you're going to be able to fit 3 movies in the same space as 1 if you recode it. Now the downsides to recoding are that it takes a long time. On my computer it takes anywhere from 4 to 5 hours, and I'm running a 6600 quad core with 4 gig of RAM and an 8800 GTS graphics card. Not the best system in the world, but not the worst. So if you have a better system than that, your coding time is probably going to be a lot less, or if your system is a lot older than mine or a lot less powerful than mine, it's going to take a lot longer to code. So you have to weigh the benefits of smaller file size against your time and see which one works out for you. And if this is where you stop using our tutorials, I hope that they've helped you out. If not, we will see you in tutorial number 2. Thank you.